Now, I've spoken about the Organicup to a few friends. I posted it up over my IG story, and a lot of people actually DM me and ask me about it. So I thought I would give a full review properly about... okay, let's start again. So I decided to do a proper IGTV review of the Organicup. I actually got Summer and Peach to send me a new one because obviously I was so excited with mine that I tore open the whole package and then it looks horrible, but I wanted to make sure that I get step by step on first and foremost the actual product and then my personal views with regards to it. So it comes in a very nice box, not plastic, so that's good. Of course the sticker is, but some things you just can't do without. I won't tear it open like what I did with the previous one. It was like, oh! Not knowing that actually it will reveal the instructions inside. It's inside here. This is a brand new Organicup. There you go. And this is the B size. They've got A and B size. B size are for those women who have already delivered or birthed children. And it comes with a nice cotton little bag where you can slip the Organicup or your menstrual cup. Just pop it into your handbag. So that's that. And the reason why I wanted to make sure that I got a brand new box was because it has all the instructions here, so they're very smart in that sense, so less paper wastage. And it comes with simple steps for a successful Organicup experience, what to do before using it, explanation of why the Organicup is so much more eco-friendly compared to using tampons, as well as hold on, let me just switch on my phone because I think my phone is going to buzz. And then it comes with instructions on how to insert it, how to wear it, as well as to remove it. Good job, yeah. I've actually asked some people to send me some questions with regards to it, and I've also compiled some of the questions that my friends had, so I hope to address most of them today. I better make sure that I've got all the questions here. Rightio. First and foremost, I love it because I don't feel my period trickling down, because that really upsets my day, because then you go like, oh, feeling a little bit squeamish because I just dripped down. And no matter what, this poker face tries to poker face its way around. There are days when it goes like, oh, there you go. Yep, there's a lump coming out. I love the fact that I can go diving. I can do my running. I can sleep with it. Sounds so wrong. Of course, the insertion and the removal did take some time. I've actually used this menstrual cup for 3 cycles now, and that's why now saya berani memberikan review daripada personal experience saya sendiri. Firstly, you have to make sure that you sterilize it. So what you can do is to boil it in hot water for a few minutes, just for safety reasons. You just want to make sure that it's clean. And then you have to find a position that you are comfortable with. For those of you who are already used to the tampon, then it would be a little bit more easier for you, because then you know how to relax those muscles below and to take a deep breath so that you're able to insert it with less hassle or with more ease, and you're more comfortable in that sense. But I also know some friends who never used tampons before, and they've tried it, and it took them a few tries, in fact a few cycles for some. It did look daunting at first. The first time I received it, I said, Ya Allah, besarnya, how is it ever gonna fit into my hair tight? Because I've used a tampon and it's really definitely much smaller than this in comparison. But there are ways that you can fold it. So this would be the C, and then there is the 7. So you fold it like the number 7. There's also one more, but it's like a siput. How do I do it? So you wrap it around like a siput sedut, like that. I usually go for this because then there's a little bit of the sharp. Okay, don't use sharp lah, I'm scaring you peeps. So at least there's that bucu, the bucu which eases the insertion on your first try. There are different positions that you can try. You can be squatting down, like you're squatting down on a toilet, or you can raise your legs up, one leg up on the toilet, or basically a higher platform, and then you insert it in. I prefer squatting. Then I can, sort of maneuver my way like, hello, where art thou, where art thou? So that's what I do, and I prefer the secret style, which is this. But again, trial and error, see which one's more comfortable for you. And it does help if you use lubricant. So if you have KY jelly or any personal lubricant that you use on those particular days, then that could be helpful too. I would recommend using a panty liner on your first few tries, again, because you might have not fixed it properly or inserted it well, or second and third days for me are heavier flows. So it tends to overflow, and then that's when it trickles down. But not to worry, it's not going to go like, it's not going to like gush out like that. No. So don't worry about that. Feel of this, it's soft, but it's firm. It's not. I've been reading some other menstrual cups out there, because obviously now I'm like, oh, menstrual cup, frantic, in love with it. So I've been looking up at other brands also. So they were saying that the Organic Cup is one of the better ones. Again, it's firmer, then it gives you that peace of mind knowing that it's not gonna like slide through. Not that any other menstrual cup will, but then it's just that comfort of mind, peace of mind, y'all, peace of mind. But it is also still soft enough for you to bend it around. Now the thing is, because Daphne Iking went to tear this whole instruction out before I could actually read it, I didn't read the part on removal. So it would be great if you actually release the vacuum by just pressing lightly. When you're trying to remove the cup, you insert your finger. Ideally you don't have super long nails. I hope you can hear me because I'm outside and there's like some motorbike. Hello, Bosco, are you there? Where was I? So ideally you don't have super long nails, because even if you're wearing tampons, it's going to be a bit of a pain, isn't it? So what you do is you have to release some of the vacuum, because of course it's going to like letak there kan, dia akan letak macam ni kan. So you want to release it. You find it again in your own comfort zone and how to do it. You have to play around with it, because every person's cervix is different. Every body is different, literally. Some people have higher cervix, some people have a lower cervix. So this actually is just quite nice for me. You can opt to also cut this if your cervix is lower, but don't lah cut sampai here lah kan. You cut maybe one or two, again, depending on your cervix. And the reason that they have this little grip here, I don't know if you can see it, yeah, is that later on, as you will notice, you would want to be able to take a deep breath and then push out, like you're pushing out your number two, but using your fanny, and you'll sort of like, like play, find it, look for it, and then when you've got it, you grip it, place a little dent on the cup, release the vacuum or the air, and then eventually it will slide out. So you're able to sort of push it out and it will glide out quite easily, and then the blood will all be there, and then you just throw it down the toilet and then rinse. It comes also with the Organicup wipes, where you can clean it on the go. I prefer to do it at home, obviously, because I just want to make sure that I'm all cleaned up. But I've also used this when I was studying in Tilburg University, and I was able to do it in a public toilet without water bidet, mind you, sebab kita di Eropah. What I do after my whole cycle is done is, again, I wash it thoroughly. You may want to use a little brush, a special brush. Don't use the same brush that you brush your teeth can, or you can use an old toothbrush and just sort of brush the little holes that they have here. Sterilize it if you want, and then pop it back into your little bag. Keep in your handbag. If you are freaked out by blood, for me, I found it really fascinating. It was just so fascinating to see all my blood inside here. So really, I was like literally swirling it around like a glass of wine, only it's my blood. But I expected it to be on the more brighter red, but I've actually got fake blood that my daughters use for Halloween. But it's exactly like this color. It's a little bit more thicker in consistency or in texture, but it's darkish, reddish in color. So don't be alarmed. And then towards the end of your cycle, it'll become browner and browner, just like what you see in your panty liner. But yes, it'll be this color. So don't worry if you see macam, kenapa tak merah-merah yang macam merah love dekat IG story tu yang kita tampal like love. I tried to change it maybe about 4 hours or so. Sekejap nak buang. It will get some getting used to, especially if it's your first time and you've never actually used a tampon. But relax, I was lucky because it took me 2-3 days and I got it. So that's basically it. I'm going to address some of the concerns that you all have. How much is this menstrual cup? It is 109 ringgit for one, but I think you can buy the whole set. It comes with the Organi wipe as well as the Organi wash. So the Organi wash is basically like a feminine wash that you can use. If you don't use their brand, it's okay. You can use any other mild soap to just cleanse it before you reuse it again. If you're on the go, you can use the Organi wipe, or if you have I guess baby wipes would be okay also if you're on the go and you just want to make sure that it's clean and everything. You can get the whole set. I'm not sure if they still have the package, but it's about 165 for the whole set. I think it's really, really worth it. It is reusable. They say that this can last for about 10 years, and that is why you save a whole lot of more money by not buying any tampons or any pads. You might want to still buy panty liners, especially if it's your first few tries, because you will need to understand your flow a little bit better, and maybe until you get used to knowing, oh, it's properly fixed. Now going back to it being inserted properly, remember I told you that there's different ways that you can fold your cup. Once you insert it, to ensure that it pops, not pops like, it won't like pop like firecracker kongsi facai, right? But it will basically open up, and that's why I like this texture, because it opens up more easily inside. Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that, let's say this is your cervix. I wish I had a model or a proper model that they have in some tutorials, but I don't, so I'll make use of your imagination, because I know you're very creative out there. So imagine this is the cervix and you're inserting it inside, right? So you're inserting it inside, and then you just make sure that it sort of is open properly. So what you can do is you can just sort of feel, okay, it seems like it's opened up. And again, you will know if it's inserted well, because then there won't be any blood coming out, at least for the first 2-3 hours. And again, during the removal, make sure you're a little bit, I have to stress this because it was so difficult to remove it. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have this cup forever, because I didn't read the instructions, nor did I check out the tutorials that were so plenty dekat YouTube. So you can also go there if my review is not clear enough. Will it be painful for first timers? This is another question. Actually, my daughter asked me this. Yes, if you are a virgin, you can still use the organic cup. In fact, you can start using menstrual cup as soon as you get your period. Although there is no age limit, it does, however, require that you are comfortable with your body as well as your period. Virgins and young girls' vaginal muscles tend to be tighter, which can make insertion a little bit more difficult. Therefore, you might want to practice in the beginning, and if it was uncomfortable, don't force it, but take a break, relax, and then you can try again. But wow, this is some fun facts here, some bloody fun facts. Get it? It takes 500 years to disintegrate. Interesting fact also, a menstrual cup can hold 3 times your menses compared to a tampon. Hope that answers your question. Get a cup, because after that you don't want to go anywhere else. Okay, I wanted to try and do a poem about that, but it didn't quite work. So anyway, adios, goodbye, love you peeps. Since we're at it, it's like this. Ding 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 ding. It's really fascinating.